Missed an episode of your favorite podcast? Choose from over a decade of content in our archives, not just the latest episode. All free at GCNlive.com.
This is your call to action. Get prepared, America. Economy, survival, energy, disasters. This is USAPrepares.com. Informative radio, educational radio. Interact now by emailing instructor@USAPrepares.com or text at 434-390-7953. Class, please take your seats. Now, your instructor, Vincent Finelli.
Everyone all set, cocked, locked. Here we go. Your dial's set correctly to USAPrepares.com, and we're delighted you're here. We're broadcasting 2 hours from high atop the Missouri Ozark Mountains. And if you'd like to call in and make your call very brief, 866-582-9933. 866-582-9933. There's a link to your instructors on the website, USAPrepares.com. That's USAPREPARES.com. John is engineering the broadcast at GCN in Minnesota. Larry Nichols is with us. Larry Nichols is with us now every Tuesday for 2 hours. Larry Nichols is with us today for 2 hours. And we're going to be talking about the Clinton administration. We're going to be talking about the White House. We're going to be talking about the scandals. You're going to hear it first person from Larry Nichols. Welcome, Larry Nichols.
Hello, Vincent. How are you, my friend?
Larry, I'm doing well. And, Larry, we're only about 4 hours apart, by, if I were to hop in my truck, I think I could be down your neck of the woods in 4 hours. So geographically, we're pretty close.
We're pretty close. I would love for you to come when you can and meet you personally. Vincent, I want to announce to your audience that I am so thankful that you would do me the honor of letting me come on your program. And let's do 2 hours so that every week we can have the time to train people in what is happening to us in our country. And Vincent, more than that, not just to be like everybody else and point out what's going wrong, but actually fix it, actually have something in mind that can hopefully save our country. And to you, I've just begged your thanks. I just don't know how to say thank you enough for you to commit this kind of time to me. To me, it's such an honor.
Larry, I remember when I was in Virginia, at the farm in Virginia, listening to the shortwave radio. Actually, it's a ham radio, and listening to you on shortwave, being glued to your presentations. So I'm flattered that you're on here with us at USAPrepares.com. Larry, I've got
we've got to ask your audience, folks. This is your time. This is your time to help us save the country. So I'm going to ask your audience, folks, y'all, listen. Come here. You can come either live and ask questions, or you can come via archive. But folks, please come every week and grow this audience. Invite others to come. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, Vincent, go ahead.
Yeah, and class, if you'd like to listen, we have a listen line, 605-562-4080, 605-562-4080. You can find us on YouTube. Just type in Vincent Finelli, and on YouTube, Larry Nichols, you'll find us, and you'll be able to, and also, of course, on page 1 of the website, we'll have links to all of these broadcasts with Larry Nichols. Larry, Chelsea Clinton has been speaking, and she spoke for 20 minutes, at the University of Missouri, Kansas City, and she was paid $65,000. My question is that her new role? Is she a fundraiser, or what is Chelsea Clinton's role in politics now?
This is back to a plan we drafted in 1986. Hillary is starting to develop, and she will be learning the system. She will be learning and coming into her own, Vince, and she is getting ready for her time. You know, when Hillary takes office, she's going to be 70 or thereabouts. She's going to be older than Ronald Reagan when she takes office. And the whole point of these people, the Clintons, the whole point behind them is they know that we're nearing that moment, Vincent, when this country goes down. And they are going to be the key when it goes down. And they are setting Chelsea up to be able to carry the torch on. That's what they're doing with her. They're getting her set to continue on. And so she will.
This is the Clinton dynasty.
This is the Clinton dynasty. And it's a lot worse than anybody can imagine. May I share, or do you think it's time to share with your audience what I told you about before we came on the air about the UN?
Sure. Oh, that is, it's absolutely required that we share that, Larry. It's quite frightening.
All right. Folks, in 1986, when I was with Bill, he asked those of us on the kitchen cabinet, and some of the people, I will not mention their name unless they want it mentioned. When they're ready to come out, when they're really ready to fess up, they will do it and I'll help them. But until that time, for their safety and protection, I will not mention their name. But just know there were others on this team, and it's names you would recognize today. But they came in, and Bill came in, and he said, now, man, the stuff you're doing, this technology you're using, and all of this, golly, this stuff's something, and it's working. Do you think, he asked, that it could help me become president of the United States? Now, folks, we knew then what Bill Clinton was, and to show you that moment in time, Gary Hart was running for president. He got caught with this girl on a boat, and he got KO'd for running. We thought it was funny, but we thought that it would be great. You know, Vince, it would be something really exciting to do. Kind of like a game, right? You know, it's like these people play, younger people now play video games, and like, some games I guess you play against yourself. In some games, you can hook up with somebody in China, and they can play, and you can play. It's just this mind exercise where you're working out. Well, that's what this was to us. So we developed this taking what we knew and how it had worked in Arkansas, and we simply expanded it to work nationwide. But one of the things that we discovered, if Bill became president, and then he served for 2 terms, and we could not use the FEMA at the end of his second term. We could not yet use FEMA in the provisional government to permanently keep him in office. Then the system was that you would have Bill Clinton, he served 2 terms, then he would, of course, his term would be over, and you would have, because Bill had served as a Democrat for 2 terms, obviously the replacement president for him is going to be a Republican. So therefore, we called that period of time the out term. And during that out term, Hillary would be prepared and run. So she was going to run after 4 years with a Republican president. And then she would use the system, she would win. But here we go, guys. We figured it out. My gosh, Vincent, if we made Hillary president after that 4-year period of outturn, when she got in office, if we did some stuff right, oh my God. You see, while Bill was out of office, as most presidents do, you develop your Bill Clinton library, presidential library, right? We looked at Jimmy Carter. Carter kind of had an idea, but he didn't know he had it. Jimmy Carter had his presidential library, fine, fair enough. But Jimmy Carter went all over the world with this foundation, where he went around building houses in Africa and all these places for these poor people. And wow, we got to thinking, are you kidding me? We could take that outturn, and Vincent, we could put Bill with his quote-unquote foundation doing good. I mean, everybody would just praise us over how great the Clinton Foundation was and all of the great things around the world it would do for the impoverished. And then, when Hillary became president, one of her first acts would be she would appoint Bill Clinton to be our ambassador to the UN. And because of the work we would have done through the foundation, coercing people that are in the UN and coercing all of these leaders from these smaller countries and nations, that when Bill became the ambassador to the United States to the UN, we would facilitate him going ahead and pulling in the favors, cashing in the favors we had done. And he would become Secretary General of the UN. And then think about it, folks. The wife, president, the husband, Secretary Treasurer, in other words, the head of the UN. What an incredible power structure. Husband and wife team, truly the most powerful husband and wife team in the history of the world.
Larry Nichols is with us, and we're talking about the Clintons. We're talking about their plans. We're going to talk about how they accomplished what they accomplished. We're going to talk about some scandals. This is USA Prepares. I'm Vincent Finelli. Larry Nichols is with us. How many of you want to learn how to dig up bugs, worms, and raise crickets for food? Do you prefer to eat them dried and crunchy or while still alive? Well, you won't have to if you can defend your food supply from predators. You may want to get an AR-15 kit from guns80.com and build your own AR-15 rifle from a kit. If you can legally own a rifle, you can purchase this AR-15 kit. If you're handy, you can complete the rifle in about an hour. The kit comes with all the parts you're going to need to build your rifle, but you'll need a drill press. And survivalists need one anyway. The Guns80.com team purchased the same used floor-standing drill press that I have for $100. You can too. And when you're finished, you'll have a paperwork-free AR-15 rifle, a drill press, drill bits, and the knowledge to maintain your AR-15 rifle, all for less than you expect. So if you want a paperwork-free AR-15 parts kit like mine, visit Guns80.com, Guns80.com, and let the unprepared have our share of the bugs.
Extend your life with Extendovite.
Why do over 50% of North Americans suffer from some form of chronic ailment? Could it be due to a toxic overload? It's time to take back your life. Get the lead out as well as the cadmium, mercury, and calcium. Extendovite is a garlic cayenne supplement with 5 other herbs that acts like a natural Drano, cleaning out the stored toxins, restoring your energy and youthfulness that we've lost. If you would like to live your life free of sickness, pain, or fear, then Extendovite is for you. Available in either capsules or liquid, you too can see why Extendovite is the #1 heart drop available. To order, call 1-877-928-8822. That's 1-877-928-8822, or visit our website at heartdrop.com.
Extend your life with Extendovite.
Are you tired of commuting to a job that makes someone else rich, working harder than ever, but getting nowhere? Do you hate spending hundreds of dollars every week on daycare, having someone else raise your children? With our opportunities, you can start earning money as soon as next week. You get to be the boss, work from home, and live a happier life. At Be the Boss Network, you'll find hundreds of work-from-home opportunities that you can literally start today and be earning money as soon as next week. Go to freedom106.com and start earning money as soon as next week. You get to be the boss. Get out of the rat race. Work from home. Go to freedom106.com right now and change your life today. That's freedom106.com. Go to freedom106.com and start earning money as soon as next week. You be the boss. Go to freedom106.com.
We are a survival company. We manufacture our own line of Level 3 and Level 3A body armor. We proudly make our armor 100% in America. We have the best prices in the nation, about $125 cheaper than our nearest competitor. All lab certified, for thou art my rock and my fortress. Psalm 31:3. We are Fortress Survival LLC.com.
Hi, this is Ted Anderson. Have you ever wondered why banks, stockbrokers, investment advisors won't talk about gold IRAs? They've been available since 1986, yet the financial industry won't recognize the value of gold for your retirement. Gold has outperformed paper investments, yet no word about IRAs. If you would like to have gold for your retirement, call 800-686-2237. Don't get left behind by rising inflation and low returns. Call 800-686-2237. Secure your future and call 1-800-686-2237.
Larry Nichols, you mentioned that Hillary's plan was to, or your plan was to have Hillary name Bill Clinton, Secretary, UN Ambassador, and then ultimately get him to become Secretary General of the UN. Now right now he is 68 years old. Is he too old for this plan?
No. No. Look, I'm telling you, it's done. It's fait accompli. The thing when I started studying the UN, I mean, we're taking over the world, we might as well go ahead and plan for it, right? So I started looking at the UN and seeing what it was, in fact. And what I learned as I was setting all this up, or we learned, I should say, not trying to claim all the credit, but what we found was that the way the UN is set up is extremely weird. And it certainly is weird for us in America. You see, you've got countries, let's name one, say, Bobo country. Never heard of it, couldn't even find it on a map. You know, it's some country, let's say in Africa. Nobody's ever heard of it. It's got a population of maybe 200-300. But it's in the UN, right? But do you know it's got one vote? Guess how many votes we have in America? And we pay for 85% of everything the UN does, 85%. How many votes do you think we have?
We have one vote. Mm-hmm.
One vote. Is that not bizarre? There are countries that don't even really make up a city in this country, and yet once they join the UN, they become a voting member of the United Nations, and they have exactly the same power, the same vote that we do. One.
What would Bill Clinton do if he became Secretary General to the UN? What do you think the agenda might be? What would we have in store for us?
Well, this is where even I, in 1986, became a little bit paranoid. Because I asked in 1986, whoa. what the hell would you do if you were made the head of the UN? And what would we have if Hillary was the president of the United States and you were the head of the UN? Withstanding, you'd be by title the most powerful couple in the history of the planet. What would you do? What would it mean? What could it mean? Then I was told, and then I got a little paranoid. You see, part of the problem with the United States is our founding fathers, those mean old founding fathers. You see, they set up a form of government designed in its inception to be for the people, by the people, of the people. It was set up, Vincent, to avoid dictators and powerful kings and taking the people and making them slaves to this whatever. They didn't want that. They didn't want it. So we set up a form of government. I say we, our forefathers, set up this form of government that empowered the least of us, all of us, gave us power at the human level, at the family level, at the person level, and it stayed very, very carefully away from setting up our powerful kings, etc. Well, if you had the UN and you had the presidency of the United States, the goal would be, Vincent, to shift control and the powers granted to Congress and transfer that power to the UN. So therefore, we would be making decisions in the UN, or they, people we don't know, some country we've never heard of, in Bobo, Africa, will be able to write
or more to
and
the IRS
put together
back taxes,
laws that affect us here in America.
A government program for tax debt forgiveness. It's called the Fresh Start Initiative. I'm Paul Sibley with U.S. Tax Shield. We can help navigate the new laws, get you protected, and resolve your tax issues permanently. Call the experts at U.S. Tax Shield now for your free consultation and get a guaranteed quote to resolve your case. Call 800-436-6451. That's 800-436-6451.
KDArmor.com is your one-stop shop for the most affordable body armor, period. With packages starting at $169.99 and free shipping on every order. KD offers soft armor and rifle threat rated armor up to level 4. Go to KDArmor.com and get your body armor today while you still can. Mention this ad and receive a free tactical scarf for a limited time with any body armor package. That's CATIarmor.com. Come and take it.
If you're worried about your health and you're tired of the nasty side effects of harsh drugs or antibiotics, then look no further. Supernatural Silver is the answer. Supernatural Silver is a powerful immune system enhancer that can be used every day to help keep you healthy and well with none of those nasty side effects. It's extremely safe for use internally as well as topically. And Supernatural Silver is hundreds of times more effective than colloidal or ionic silver. It is perfect for use in the sinuses, eyes, ears, and on any wound or skin issue. Supernatural Silver is also extremely effective when taken orally and can help fight off bacteria, viruses, and mold that may be overwhelming your immune system. Go to supernaturalsilver.com, supernaturalsilver.com, and use the promo code SILVER2015 for 30% off of your entire order. And give yourself and your loved ones a fighting chance with Supernatural Silver.
Don't complain about your cable bill going up and up and up. Do something about it. Grab a pencil and jot down this special number, 1-855-905-MY-TV. The more cable TV rates go up, the better digital satellite TV looks. Say goodbye to the cable guy and get more of your favorite channels in 100% digital quality for less money. Call 1-855-905-MY-TV. Sign up for packages starting as low as $19.99, and there's no equipment to buy. You get free HD TV upgrade, a free DVR upgrade, and free professional installation. You control what you watch when you watch it. Record your favorite shows. Pause and rewind live TV. Even skip the commercials. Watch local channels too. At just $19.99, what are you waiting for? Pull out your major credit or debit card. Call 1-855-905-MyTV. 1-855-905-MyTV. Say goodbye to the cable guy. Cut costs and get more. 1-855-905-MyTV. 1-855-905-MyTV.
Hi, my name is Scott Fuchs, teacher and rowing coach for over 14 years. I was sluggish, overweight, on prescription drugs, and only 30-something. Fortunately, I was referred to Dr. Z, and happy to say Dr. Z's all-natural protocols over a consistent course resolved my health issues. I'm in the best shape of my life, and most importantly, on 0 medications.
I'm Dr. Stanowski, author of Evology, trained as a primary care physician, surgical manipulation under anesthesia, expert in nutrition, diet, weight loss, immune system, and I specialize in chiropractic. My 15 years of professional experience has taught me the 4 keys to vibrant health: a balanced musculoskeletal system, an integrated nervous system, a flowing lymphatic system, and a body filled with over 90 essential nutrients. This has been a secret too long. Actualize your potential, reverse disease. Call me, Dr. Z. 201-945-1177, 201-945-1177, evolyourself.com.
Healthy elimination is essential to high energy, a cheerful mood, and prevention of disease. Some of the founders of our modern holistic health thinking state that disease begins in a toxic colon. A toxic intestinal tract is the foundation for virtually all degenerative disease, and a clean and well-moving intestinal tract is the foundation of health.
I just want to say that you folks have an amazing product. I've taken whey protein products for years, and I've never noticed the results I have with your product. I've suffered with bouts of constipation most of my life. Within a few days of taking One World Whey, I noticed a dramatic change. Also, in the past few years, I've experienced symptoms associated with diabetes. I feel horrible when I've had too much sugar, and I've been getting the foot pain as well. But I've noticed in the past week or so, I'm not feeling bad anymore, and the foot pain is gone. I'm just finishing up a 5-pound tub I ordered and just got off the phone ordering more. I love your product. Thank you.
Call 888-988-3325. That's 888-988-3325. Or visit oneworldwhey.com. That's oneworld.com.
Larry Nichols is with us. And, you know, Larry, I was thinking during the break, back during the Clinton years, the general feeling was people loved Bill Clinton. It was amazing. He could hardly do anything wrong. There was another guy that people loved. His name was Bill also. His name was Bill Cosby. People loved him too. And now we're learning the truth about these guys. Why did people love Bill Clinton? What was it?
Look, Vincent, Bill Clinton, if he came in your house and the 3 of us were together, we just have a great time. I mean, he is just a good old boy. You would just enjoy being with him and the stories and the fun stuff and so forth. If you take away what's actually being accomplished, I'm talking about him, the person, the personality. Hey, he's just a fun guy to be around. He really is. Now, Hillary's not. But Bill is. Now, Bill, for all of you that want to know the truth relative to his governing style, write this down in this class today. This is one of the copy points of the class, I guess. Bill Clinton, his management style is, he is an inch deep and a mile wide. That's what we used to say to him. He's an inch deep and a mile wide. Bill Clinton wanted to be governor so that he can use being governor to launch him into being president. And Bill Clinton wanted to be president for the perks. For the perks. He didn't want to do president stuff. He didn't want that. He wanted to be a rock star. That was Bill Clinton's way to become famous for all time. He could become a rock star, a hit. That's why he had to have Hillary. You see, there's Now, this came from Bill. This came from Bill. Bill, why have you and Hillary and I got a divorce? Simple, Larry. Simple. We swore we would never get a divorce. And I would ask, well, that's fine. I mean, why would you make such a commitment? He said, because as long as we're married, they can never make us testify against each other. You can't force a husband to testify against a wife or a wife against a husband. I said, I used to tell Bill, when he would tell me that, I'd say, Bill, you're kidding me. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Now, Bill wanted Hillary around so that he could enjoy the perks of the office and she'd do the day-to-day mundane stuff like running it. She was the brain. She was the brains. And to show you Bill Clinton's such a good timing guy, over and over and over again, Vincent, we would come back from Fayetteville, we'd stop up at this one place up on the mountain, and we'd get out there by the picnic table and get a barbecue and look out over this mountain, and it was just beautiful. Bill would sit there and he'd say, and he said it over and over and over, over and over and over. I hated to park the car in front of that picnic table because I knew it was coming. He'd say, Nichols, you know what the perfect form of government is? And I'd say, what, Bill? He would say that's when you have a small group so small that you can count them on one hand, fingers on one hand, ultra world-class rich people. And then everybody else is dirt poor. So what happens in this form of government is you only got a handful of 5 people or less that you got to listen to or worry about, put up with. Everybody else is so poor that they're so busy trying to get food on the table for their kids and shoes and stuff that, you know what, they don't have time to worry about politics. And he was saying, now that's the perfect government. That is. I said, well, Bill, that's great. And I can see why you think that, but you do know that that's communism. You just described communism. You know what he said? I don't care. I don't care what you call it. Now, remember, he didn't care what you called it. And remember the first time I saw Hillary that I told you about. When I met Hillary Rodham, she would not take the name Bill Clinton. The first time I met her and introduced her to the rich farmers in Arkansas to get them elected governor the first time, what did she have around her neck that I told you about, Vince? Remember that? That necklace, like you had dog tags, that beaded necklace, and on it was this card that from a distance looked like kind of like a press pass. But when you went up and looked at that card around her neck, she was first running to be the first lady of Arkansas in the mid-'70s, and around her neck, when you walked up and looked at it, it said a proud member of the United States of America Communist Party.
So what you're saying is that Bill Clinton wanted communism and Hillary Clinton wanted communism, and is that one of the scariest things that you're bringing to the class today?
Pretty scary. I think the scariest thing I should be bringing to the class that your students know, that these Americans listening to us right now must carry away from today. Bill and Hillary are out to get global power. Global. They're out to get a level of power, Vince, that has never before been achieved by 2 people. Never.
Does that make them an international target?
No. I mean, yes, but no.
Okay.
Bill and Hillary have reached that place that very few, if any, have ever reached. You know, there was a time when Bill and Hillary had to live by that small group, handful of people. They had to put up with the Warren Buffetts in the world. They had to put up with the when Hillary's on the board of Monsanto, and she worked at She worked at the Rose Law Firm. They had to put up with these people. But you see, now, they are a power within themselves. Now they are. And they are not subservient to the Warren Buffetts, the Bill Gates, or whatever his name is with the internet people. They're not subservient to them anymore. They are one of them. They are one of them. And when Bill takes over the UN and Hillary is the President of the United States, Vincent, they're going to achieve a level of power that none of us, including me, have any understanding or comprehension of. I don't know. Do you? What kind of power would that give them, Vincent?
Well, it sounds to me like darn close to unlimited power. It sounds to me like whatever they want will happen, and that there will be nothing to mitigate that power. There will be, if crimes are committed, there'll be no one to prosecute those crimes. That's what I'm hearing. Is that what you're saying?
That's exactly what I'm saying. And actually, part of the system that we developed for Arkansas, little old podunk Arkansas, third-rate state, part of the system was who you're going to call. Never forget that, Vince. Never forget who you're going to call.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Who you going to call? Okay. What's his name? Trey Gowdy knows there's something to Benghazi. He knows there's something to it. He knows Hillary has destroyed those servers. She's all that said she destroyed the servers. Said she could. So what? She did. Who is going to prosecute her? Now, I heard Trey Gowdy himself say in an interview, well, somebody said, well, why don't you just subpoena those servers? You know what he said? He said, we can't. The committee cannot subpoena those servers. We don't have the power. It would have to come from the whole House. But if we bring it up for the whole House to vote on it, guess what? While the Republicans have a majority in the House, they don't control it totally enough to where the Democrats couldn't block getting a subpoena to those servers.
Larry, we believe...
I'm sorry?
We believe, a lot of us in this class, this broadcast classroom, believe that there are bribes that are huge, that are threats that are huge. Can you describe what a threat to, someone in Congress might be like? Simple.
Hillary has, right now, she has in her possession what is known in Washington as the FBI files. FBI files are where any member of Congress to get to be on certain committees, to get security clearances, etc., etc. The FBI comes around and they do a thorough background investigation of everybody. Now, this investigation deals with that stuff that is public and should be known and has, can be known, but it also gets into rumors and innuendos. They go and talk to your neighbor, and if they find out you had, in 1982, a neighbor that lived next door to you in an apartment complex, something happened and he didn't like you and y'all kind of got in some kind of tiff, well, in these FBI files, in these dossiers, they'll go find that guy to find out what it was that this dispute was over. Because indeed, you got to be careful if they're applying for top secret security clearance, right? You got to know everything. So these files tell everything, like what drugs they are hooked on, what they like. Do they like kids? Do they like same-sex partners? Yeah, that's what's in that file. That's what Hillary's got on all of them.
We'll be right back. By now you know that USAPrepares.com is your source for water filtration systems. Here at the farm, we use our water filtration system for drinking, cooking, and for our cats and dogs. Which brand are we using? Well, that would be the ProPure system, because it filters out pathogens, microbes, chlorine, and fluoride. Multiple sources indicate that fluoride is responsible for lowering our IQs by 5%. Now, how many of you would like to sign up for a lower IQ? USAPrepares.com offers ProPure water filtration systems and accessories at the same price as everyone else, except we offer an instant rebate. We buy them by the pallet loads and pass the savings on to you. And if you're outside of Missouri, there's no sales tax. And if this appeals to you, visit USAPrepares.com. That's USAPrepares.com. You can order online, and we have the ProPure water filtration systems in stock, ready to ship. USAPrepares.com. ProPure water filtration systems at the same price as everyone else, except we offer an instant rebate.
Is negative content or comments on the web affecting your personal or professional reputation? Unfavorable comments, embarrassing pictures, videos, legal documents, and bad tweets can ruin your personal life, your career, or your business. It happens a lot, and it's just not fair. But what can you do? Reputation.com can protect your good name. Get a free consultation now at 800-831-0771. That's 800-831-0771. Call right now for a free expert reputation analysis. It's easy to squash the unfair attacks with our patented system, and the analysis is absolutely free. Make the best things about you jump out in searches. Protect your personal and professional reputation, your business, and your income. Get your free reputation analysis from Reputation.com right now. Call 800-831-0771. 800-831-0771. 800-831-0771.
Hi, this is Steve Spillum for Midas Resources. In 1971, President Nixon took the United States off the gold standard and put us into a fiat currency. This allowed Congress and the Federal Reserve to create trillions of dollars out of thin air. The national debt has risen to incredible heights, and your hard-earned dollars by a small fraction of what they once did. The average life expectancy for a fiat currency is 27 years. The dollar is failing and on borrowed time. When currencies fall, people turn to gold and silver because gold and silver have been real money for more than 5,000 years. It is our mission at Midas Resources to help you preserve your capital. Don't let your personal savings shrink to nothing. For important free information on how you can protect your personal wealth, contact me, Steve Spillum, at 1-800-686-2237, extension 308. Call today while we are still accepting dollars for gold and silver. 1-800-686-2237, extension 308. Make a change in your financial security today. That's 1-800-686-2237, extension 308.
The Genesis Communications Network is one of America's premier broadcasters of captivating talk radio. We thank you for listening. Now, just imagine, there are thousands of people who are just as passionate about radio as you are. But what you may not realize is how easy and affordable it is to advertise with us. Radio commercials for your business could be heard on hundreds of radio stations across the U.S. every day. We can help you by creating an effective radio advertising campaign for your company. From script writing to producing your commercial, just like the one you're listening to right now. No other network provides the level of customer service we do. When it comes to radio advertising, we are your one-stop shop. And no matter how big or small your business is, we can help. Email us at advertise@gcnlive.com, and an experienced advertising executive will help you take the first step towards driving more customers to your business or website. Advertise@gcnlive.com. Easy, affordable, effective.
I'm Vincent Finelli of USAPrepares.com. As most of you know, I broadcast weekday mornings on GCN from 9 to 11. And I'm also a full-time farmer. Add to that mix the weekly meetups and the Get Prepared Expo, and this combination makes for a demanding schedule. On the farm, we raise grass-fed Black Angus cattle and provide them with the best variety of summer and fall grasses available. Our cattle are exposed to the extremes of weather, the toxins in the air, and the electromagnetic radiation that's all around us. So even the best grasses and food that we provide are not enough. Our cattle require minerals and supplements for strong health and resistance to disease. And so do we. For these reasons, my mother, our children, Mrs. Finelli, and I all take Longevity, Beyond Tangy Tangerine, De-Stress, Glucogel, and EFA+. USAPreparesTeam.com. And thank you for being in class today. Class, Larry Nichols is with us, and if you're interested in helping him continue these classes, you can send a contribution via PayPal to nicholslive@aol.com, NICHOLS, live, LIVE, @aol.com. nicholslive@aol.com. That's the PayPal address. Or if you'd like to send a contribution, you can send it to Larry Nichols, 58 Kensington Drive, KENSINGTON Drive, Conway, CONWAY, Arkansas. It's AR. 72034. 72034. And that will help Larry continue this class to expose the political system, the things that you thought about, but now you've heard it firsthand. Larry?
You know, Vincent, may I interrupt you for a second? God bless you. I love you. Thank you for that. But that's always a touchy subject for me, folks. Please. You know, I'm not going to lie about we're kind of in a spot. I have nothing to need help. But I don't want this message that I'm bringing out to be tarnished in any way. And I don't want any of you to go away and say, well, he's just doing that to make money. I'm not. Please don't send me a dime. Please don't. If it causes you to just for a moment wonder if what I'm saying is just telling the truth for just so I can get money, please don't send anything. Please. I mean it, y'all. This is so important. If you don't realize it, if you haven't seen it, you're going to. And I'm not talking about, I'm not here, Vincent, you know this, I know you do. I'm not here trying to scare people with some kind of sensational stuff. This isn't about that. This is the truth. This is just about the absolute truth. And yeah, it's scary. If you're not careful, it's scary. But you should be scared. Folks, this is about your country. The other day when you saw that White House, when Obama lit that White House up in red and the rainbow colors for the queer stuff. Folks, do you realize what that said? That was Obama walking out on the porch of our house, the White House, and he stuck his fist up in the air, and on behalf of our government, he declared our government is at war with Jesus Christ. He did that. Our government is at war with Jesus Christ. If that don't scare you, I don't know what will. And that's not hype. That's not hype. So please, I don't know. I mean, everybody gripes at me and says, man, you need to get on the radio and you've got to raise money. You've got to have it. You've got to have it for the medicine and stuff. You've got to have it. You've got to have it. And I know I blow it, Vincent. I know I just did. And bless your heart, you did it so nice that I blew it by saying what I did. But it's that important to me. It is. And I will go one step.
I've heard Larry Nichols say these things, similar things, over the years over shortwave radio, and now I'm having the opportunity to ask him firsthand the questions I'd like to ask him, and that's what we're doing. Larry, the Henry Kissinger connection, Hillary Rodham Clinton is a good friend of Henry Kissinger. When we come back after these top of the hour news and commercial announcements, would you share with us what that connection's all about? Who is Henry Kissinger? Why does he wield so much power? Why does Hillary consult with him multiple times per week? Why does that happen? And what are they up to? This is USAPrepares.com. I'm Vincent Finelli. Larry Nichols every Tuesday. 2 hours talking about the government what it's up to, what it has been up to, the secrets, the underbelly. And if this doesn't prepare you, nothing will. We'll be right back. How many of you want to learn how to dig up bugs, worms, and raise crickets for food? Do you prefer to eat them dried and crunchy or while still alive? Well, you won't have to if you can defend your food supply from predators. You may want to get an AR-15 kit from guns80.com and build your own AR-15 rifle from a kit. If you can legally own a rifle, you can purchase this AR-15 kit. If you're handy, you can complete the rifle in about an hour. The kit comes with all the parts you're going to need to build your rifle, but you'll need a drill press. And survivalists need one anyway. The Guns80.com team purchased the same used floor-standing drill press that I have for $100. You can too. And when you're finished, you'll have a paperwork-free AR-15 rifle, a drill press, drill bits, and the knowledge to maintain your AR-15 rifle, all for less than you expect. So if you want a paperwork-free AR-15 parts kit like mine, visit Guns80.com, Guns80.com, and let the unprepared have our share of the bugs.
Identity theft is real. So real, it could be making you its next victim right now. At the gas pump, bank, or store where you shop with your credit card, bad guys with RFID scanners can peer into your wallet or purse from a short distance away, stealing information from your RFID-enabled credit or debit cards, passports, room keys, and ID cards without you even knowing it. Stop the bad guys now with an RFID blocking wallet from ID Stronghold. ID Stronghold founded the entire RFID blocking industry over 10 years ago. Their stylish sleeves, clutch purses, and wallets are shielded throughout. The best you can buy at great pricing, as low as $14.99. Don't wait until your wallet needs replacing. Protect your identity now. Click IDStronghold.com or call 1-800-610-2770. That's 1-800-610-2770. ID Stronghold, the original RFID wallet company. We are a survival company. We manufacture our own line of level 3 and level 3A body armor. We proudly make our armor 100% in America. We have the best prices in the nation, about $125 cheaper than our nearest competitor. All lab certified, for thou art my rock and my fortress. Psalm 31:3. We are Fortress Survival LLC.com.
We the people grow cotton, weave fabric, engrave ink, embed strips and fibers to protect from counterfeit and carting to a private bank, having it lent back at interest, forcing taxes to service debt. This capitalism, or was Jefferson correct when stating a central bank issuing the public currency is a greater menace to the liberties of the people than a standing army? Ted Anderson, I'm placing a free silver dollar in a book that explains our monetary system. Call for your copy, 800-686-2237. It's time to understand the system. Call 800-686-2237. That's 800-686-2237.
Everyone all set? Cocked, locked, hour number 2 of the USAPrepares.com. Larry Nichols is with us. And, Larry, thanks so much for being with us 2 hours today. This is hour number 2. Larry, at the end of hour number 1, I mentioned Henry Kissinger, the connection. Who is Henry Kissinger?
You know, Vincent, today, being the first of our new program where you allow me 2 hours and we deal with a lot of issues. There are going to be issues that come up just like this that I don't want people to believe I'm a know-it-all. I don't claim to be a know-it-all. Mm-hmm. I had no exposure. I didn't to Henry Kissinger. So it would be a disservice to the people in the audience if you hear me talking about things that I cannot say and prove in a court of law. So I don't think it would be wise for me to just put conjecture out here. I just don't think I should stay with the things that I can prove, if you don't mind. And I don't mean, I'm not avoiding this question.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's talk about this then. You're going to be on Alex Jones' show today at 1 o'clock, and you're going to be unleashing a bombshell. I don't want to get in the way of that release of information. But I understand that you have something to tell us that is pretty much a bombshell right here.
Mm-hmm.
And has to do with Vincent Foster.
Yes. You know, what I am going to release on Alex's program is significant. Believe me, it is a bombshell. And part of what we will do with your program here every week is we're going to educate an army. Vincent, we're going to build an army, and we're going to educate it with truth. So that y'all know, here's a little pre-bombshell bombshell. Vince Foster, in case you don't know. And this is why I'm doing it this way, because, Vincent, there are a lot of people that are 20-something, 30-something, 40-something, 50-somethings. They don't have any idea who Vince Foster was. They weren't here. They weren't involved. They weren't awake. They didn't have anything to do back in those days. So let me educate y'all on who Vince Foster was. He was the highest ranking official to die while in office, second only to John F. Kennedy. Do you hear me? Second only to John F. Kennedy. He was high up. He's legal counsel for the White House. Now, the reason I'm dropping a pre-bombshell bombshell on this program is because y'all are going to have to learn, you, the people that are going to be in the Army that hopefully will save America, you have got to know who Vincent Foster is, because you've got to make sure other people wake up and know. You see, Vincent Foster's death was ruled a suicide. It was ruled a suicide by the medical examiners. What a joke. It was ruled a suicide. Now, the fact that it was ruled a suicide, it still is a case open. There's no statute of limitation on evidence that has to do with that case. And what I intend to do right here with this program is inform an army of people as to who he was. And then with what you hear on Alex's program today, you will find that there are some things that are quite shocking. You know, Vincent, there was a thing back during Clinton's presidency called an Arkanside. What was an Arkanside? Now, guys, I have never, I repeat, never accused the Clintons of ever having anybody killed, ordering it, doing it themselves at all. Never, ever. I haven't, so please don't go out saying that I said something like that. It's not true. But you must understand that when it comes to being president of the United States, the people that are involved with a person that becomes president, Vincent, you see how it's very profitable. It's very profitable if you have a business and you're in tight with the presidency. You see that, don't you, Vincent? I mean, that's just there. And so don't doubt, folks, that there are people that profit so much from Bill and Hillary being president that if somebody like Larry Nichols got in the way of the Clintons, could hurt them. But, you know, it's very conceivable that the people would go into business on their own and tend to business themselves, and the Clintons would not have to have anything to do with it. And that's what an Arkanside is. An Arkanside is somebody that dies a death that the best case to show you in a simple anecdotal form is the old boy that I had fixing to testify about Whitewater, who had some of the records. He, in that particular case with him, he cut his throat down to the brainstem, virtually cut his head off himself, cut his hands, his feet off, set himself on fire, poured gas on him and set himself on fire and threw himself in the dump, and that was ruled a suicide. Ruled a suicide. And to make it qualify for an arkancide, here was the rule. When that person commits some kind of contortion that's almost impossible for a human being to do, then there's one other requirement. His death, when you look at it, you look at who could possibly benefit from that death. And so if the only one that could possibly, from what it appears, the only ones that look like they could benefit from his death are the Clintons, that, my friends, is what constitutes an arkancide.
Was there a relationship between Vince Foster and Hillary Clinton?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. They had an ongoing affair for some 10, 12 years. They had an affair. And when you see what I'm fixing to drop on Alex's program, a document, not me saying something, I'm talking about a real document, you're going to find that the question would therefore be, why? With what I show on this program. Why? What does it mean? What's it about? And I'll tell you, Vince, it's all about one thing. They had to cover up moving the body of Vince Foster, which if you listen to Alex Jones today at 1 o'clock Central, you will see proof that they moved that body. And the reason is simple. They wanted to cover up the fact that Hillary, if it were discovered, she would be the first lady in the history of America to be caught having an affair with the president. There you go. There you go, folks. And by the way, like Benghazi, they don't have the documents. Trey Gowdy don't have the documents. They destroyed them. Let me give you a shocker, folks. From the death of Vince Foster, I've got the evidence. I've got the documents. Now, going back to an earlier thing that we talked about, Vince, here is the problem, my friend. Here's the problem. Who are you going to call? Hold on 1 second, Vince. I got an emergency call. Hold on.
Glass, we're talking with Larry Nichols, and he is describing...
You there, Vince? I'm back.
Yes,
I'm sorry.
I'm here.
Who are you going to call?
Mm-hmm.
To expose it. Who are you going to call to get them prosecuted? I tell you, Here, let me try one more time.
Larry, so with the Vince Foster situation, it wasn't so much what he knew. It was more about that he was having this affair with the First Lady. Is that it in a nutshell?
Yeah, I'm back, Vince. I'm sorry. Wasn't what I thought it was.
Larry, my question was, it wasn't so much what Vince Foster knew about the Clintons as it was that he was having an affair with Hillary Clinton. Is that correct? At the White House?
That's correct. That is correct.
And why is it that has seemed to not come up recently in her run for the presidency?
Because of that line I told you, famous from the movie The Ghostbusters, who are you going to call? They control the system that I developed, that I was a part of developing. This system calls for absolute control. The word's absolute. If you control every prosecutor, if you control every judge, if you control every sheriff, if you control every phase of law enforcement, you know what? You can get by with anything. Now, the only thing that keeps people from having that kind of control and getting by with it is what? The media. So therefore, we had to add to to that calculus, we had to add control of the media. Well, of course, everybody says you can't control the media. Yeah, you can. Yes, you can. It's done every day.
Larry Nichols is with us.
I'm talking on the media that's not controlled right now.
That's true. That's true. This media, the alternative media at usaprepares.com is not controlled. Larry Nichols is with us, and when we come back, I've got something very, very light to ask you, and that's about Hillary in pantsuits. Why is it that we see her mostly in pantsuits? Is she hiding something? By now you know that usaprepares.com is your source for water filtration systems. Here at the farm, we use our water filtration system for drinking, cooking, and for our cats and dogs. Which brand are we using? Well, that would be the ProPure system, because it filters out pathogens, microbes, chlorine, and fluoride. Multiple sources indicate that fluoride is responsible for lowering our IQs by 5%. Now, how many of you would like to sign up for a lower IQ? USAPrepares.com offers ProPure water filtration systems and accessories at the same price as everyone else, except we offer an instant rebate. We buy them by the pallet loads and pass the savings on to you. And if you're outside of Missouri, there's no sales tax. And if this appeals to you, visit USAPrepares.com. That's USAPrepares.com. You can order online, and we have the ProPure water filtration systems in stock, ready to ship. USAPrepares.com. ProPure water filtration systems at the same price as everyone else, except we offer an instant rebate.
Many are in disbelief today after word of shocking allegations against a Minnesota-based talk syndication company known as GCN. It's claimed that they're the fourth largest talk syndication company in the U.S., making it even more scandalous that they've been accused of helping business owners expose themselves on a massive scale. Let's go live to Tom for more on this story.
It's being called the greatest exposure of our lifetime, while other business owners are beginning to step forward claiming they, too, exposed themselves with the help of GCN.
It's true. They're all guilty. Every last one of them. GCN helped me get the exposure my company needed, and just think, that was years ago. Today, GCN has like 700 affiliate stations and over 6 million downloads from iTunes and their website every month.
Imagine the exposure your company can get. Expose your business to the masses. Email advertise@gcnlive.com. Easy, affordable, effective. GCN.
Don't complain about your cable bill going up and up and up. Do something about it. Grab a pencil and jot down this special number, 1-855-905-MY-TV. The more cable TV rates go up, the better digital satellite TV looks. Say goodbye to the cable guy and get more of your favorite channels in 100% digital quality for less money. Call 1-855-905-MY-TV. Sign up for packages starting as low as $19.99, and there's no equipment to buy. You get free HD TV upgrade, a free DVR upgrade, and free professional installation. You control what you watch when you watch it. Record your favorite shows. Pause and rewind live TV. Even skip the commercials. Watch local channels too. At just $19.99, what are you waiting for? Pull out your major credit or debit card. Call 1-855-905-MY-TV. 1-855-905-MY-TV. Say goodbye to the cable guy. Cut costs and get more. 1-855-905-MY-TV. 1-855-905-MY-TV.
KDArmor.com is your one-stop shop for the most affordable body armor, period. With packages starting at $169.99 and free shipping on every order. KD offers soft armor and rifle threat rated armor up to level 4. Go to KDArmor.com and get your body armor today while you still can. Mention this ad and receive a free tactical scarf for a limited time with any body armor package. That's CATIarmor.com. Come and take it.
You are an individual with your own thoughts, decisions, and actions. So why should you be penalized for not enrolling in the subpar health insurance mandated by the government when you can be truly independent with Liberty Health Share, a bold, innovative alternative, allowing you to take back control and make your own decisions about your health care? Mention this ad when you call to learn more. 800-714-6993. That's 800-714-6993. Liberty Health Share. Together, we are one.
Class, Larry Nichols is with us, and if you'd like to contact him, information's on page 1 of usaprepares.com. Name, address, telephone number, email address, all on page 1 of usaprepares.com. Larry Nichols, one of the things that bothers me is I mostly, when I see an image of Hillary Clinton on the internet, she's wearing pantsuits. Is there a reason for that?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yes, there's a reason. The reason is Hillary has horrible looking ankles. They're fat. They're ugly. And as a matter of trying to have a quality image, as you can imagine, they're so bad that technically you can't airbrush your way out of. And so what they have to do is they have to put pantsuits on her. And she has a weight problem, so they have to put pantsuits on her. Then she has another problem that most of y'all will not understand. Hillary hates bathing. Hates it. And, hold on one second. Hold on.
Wow, can you imagine that? I just heard Larry Nichols say that Hillary hates bathing. You know, that's something that we don't see on the images on the internet. You know, we just assume that the people that we see bathe. You know, I've got some other questions for Larry, and let me tell you what some of them are. What about plastic surgery? Plastic surgery in the Clinton family. I'd like to know if either has had plastic surgery, if Larry Nichols knows that. And
hello, yes, I'm sorry to do that, but we had a problem. Alex has got to have some kind of emergency surgery for some nasal problem. I shouldn't say that, I guess I should. But anyway, they asked me to reschedule for next week. So to those that were going to hear me today on Alex Jones, I'll be on next week.
Okay.
Forgive me for that, but that's what I've been trying to do with the phone, and hate to interrupt, but I had to know.
Sure. Absolutely.
But anyway, she doesn't like to bathe. She doesn't like to shave her legs. And anybody that's been around her, can I tell y'all something? If you know somebody that's been around her, and I'm talking about in a private setting, not one of these, prepared events, there's something that always happens. Always, and it comes up. Always, Vincent. Do you know what it is? They will tell you there's an odor. An odor. And there are people that say that odor has some demon, serious, sinister thing. In my world, from what I've known about her all these years, or all the years I was with her, part of the stink is she just don't want to take a bath. She doesn't want to bathe. She doesn't want to shave her legs. She doesn't want to do anything that conforms with what she doesn't want to do. Hillary, here's a bombshell. Hillary is AC/DC. Now, I don't know in the queer community what you call that. I'll tell you what I know and what I'm told, and who I was told about. Bill Clinton himself. Hillary is the butch. She is called the butch in a homosexual relationship. Meaning, I guess she's the dominant person. She plays like she's the guy. Vincent, these people are sick. They're not what you and I used to call normal. They are perverted. And look what they've done. Who are you going to call, right? Look what they've done. They've gone and got the Supreme Court and Congress, where they just change the rules, change the laws, change the definition, so that what they do is normal.
Larry Nichols is with us, and when we come back, I'd love to know about plastic surgery, and I'm sure our class would as well. Has there been any plastic surgery that you know about with the Clintons? This is USAPrepares.com.
We are a survival company. We manufacture our own line of level 3 and level 3A body armor. We proudly make our armor 100% in America. We have the best prices in the nation, about $125 cheaper than our nearest competitor. All lab certified, for thou art my rock and my fortress. Psalm 31:3. We are Fortress Survival LLC.com.
Rflags.com just found out that 49-year-old Anthony Hervey, a black man in Mississippi, he was chased down in his car and killed, apparently for his support of the Confederate flag. This will not stand. Rflags.com now offering 10% of every sale to go to the Hervey family to help them in their time of need. You want to help this family? Go to rflags.com. We'll donate 10% of every sale. Rflags.com. That's rflags.com.
In the U.S. alone, a home invasion occurs every 13 seconds. On top of that, the average response time for 911 is over 15 minutes. That just won't cut it. Don't allow yourself or the important people in your life to be victims. When seconds matter, don't be caught stumbling for your firearm. Get the protection you deserve. Get yourself a hidden holster from hiddenholster.com. It's the original hidden holster. The hidden holster is quick, easy, and convenient. It's versatile enough for the home, workplace, or virtually anywhere else you might need it. Have peace of mind with your firearm close by at all times. Go to hiddenholster.com. That's hiddenholster.com. If you own a firearm, you need a hidden holster. Your protection matters, and self-defense is the best defense. Go to hiddenholster.com. That's hiddenholster.com. The original hidden holster.
Have you ever felt like the United States government knows way too much about your financial affairs? I continue to hear stories about property seizures, frozen bank accounts, confiscation of stocks and bonds. It makes me wonder if the U.S. citizen will ever again have the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Unfortunately, with the Drug and Money Laundering Act, the IRS Revenue Ruling 6045 of 1984, and the Trading with the Enemy Act and Franklin D. Roosevelt's Executive Order of 1933, some precious metal holdings are subject to government intervention. For this reason, Midas Resources has prepared a report explaining the boundaries of trading precious metals privately. Whether if you have any intention of trading with Midas Resources or not, I have instructed my representatives to give this report out free. Call for your free copy at 1-800-686-2237. When investing, always proceed with caution. Again, call 1-800-686-2237. Exercise your legal right to trade metals privately. 1-800-686-2237.
Identity theft is real. So real, it could be making you its next victim right now. At the gas pump, bank, or store where you shop with your credit card, bad guys with RFID scanners can peer into your wallet or purse from a short distance away, stealing information from your RFID-enabled credit or debit cards, passports, room keys, and ID cards without you even knowing it. Stop the bad guys now with an RFID blocking wallet from ID Stronghold. ID Stronghold founded the entire RFID blocking industry over 10 years ago. Their stylish sleeves, clutch purses, and wallets are shielded throughout. The best you can buy at great pricing, as low as $14.99. Don't wait until your wallet needs replacing. Protect your identity now. Click idstronghold.com or call 1-800-610-2770. That's 1-800-610-2770. ID Stronghold, the original RFID wallet company.
Don't complain about your cable bill going up and up and up. Do something about it. Grab a pencil and jot down this special number, 1-855-905-MY-TV. The more cable TV rates go up, the better digital satellite TV looks. Say goodbye to the cable guy and get more of your favorite channels in 100% digital quality for less money. Call 1-855-905-MY-TV. Sign up for packages starting as low as $19.99, and there's no equipment to buy. You get free HD TV upgrade, a free DVR upgrade, and free professional installation. You control what you watch when you watch it. Record your favorite shows. Pause and rewind live TV. Even skip the commercials. Watch local channels too. At just $19.99, what are you waiting for? Pull out your major credit or debit card. Call 1-855-905-MY-TV. 1-855-905-MY-TV. Say goodbye to the cable guy. Cut costs and get more. 1-855-905-MyTV. 1-855-905-MyTV.
Larry Nichols is with us. Larry, do you know of any plastic surgery that Bill Clinton has had? It's been rumored that he had some on his nose.
Yes. Bill Clinton did have plastic surgery on his nose, and the reason was, now folks, I was there during part of this, so I know I was there. Bill Clinton had done so much cocaine that, and I don't understand cocaine, so you'll just have to forgive me. All I can do is tell you, as he told me, what happens when you do cocaine, a lot of it. It destroys your mucous membrane inside your nose, and therefore his nose was always red. And it was very difficult for me to be able to have Bill Clinton and not to always have his nose light up like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. And it kind of looked like he was all, and truly whenever he lied, which was all the time, his nose would get redder. And it was because, as he told me, don't blame me, it's because the cocaine ate up the inner lining of his nose, so he had to have surgery to fix it. Now, he fixed part, he supposedly got it fixed to some degree. It never worked totally. It didn't. Vince, I want to explain, if I may, to some people that are listening to this program, may I? Because this is our first program, and I think we need to, if you don't mind, to kind of get the audience involved, let them know what this is all about. Is that okay?
Sure.
And Vince, please tell me if I'm doing something you don't want. You're the boss, you're the host. But it is so important, folks. We've got to save the country. Y'all understand that? We've got to save the country. That you may say, I don't want to do this. Well, let me tell you, you're going to fight. You're going to be involved, because you can say you're not going to, but it's going to come, and it's going to be in your face. As some of you know, it already is. You can't run and hide from this. Our government, as Mark Levin said last week or a week before last, he finally said the magic words. Our government has undergone a silent coup. We have been taken over. Our government is not ours in Washington anymore. It's gone. Vincent knows the plan that we will be implementing. And Vincent was brave enough to accept me telling him and has been gracious enough to come on board and to take his program and to facilitate us teaching you what this plan's all about and how we're going to save the country. Is that true, Vincent?
It is.
Yeah. You have heard the plan, right, man?
I have.
Does it seem workable to you without getting into detail?
It does.
All right, folks. It's going to take you, the audience, understanding this program and understanding. And it requires a knowledge base. A knowledge base. You've got to relearn some things that our government has tried so hard to socially engineer out of you. This program is the key to saving your country. And I want everyone listening to me right now, you've got to do this. You must do this. You have to look around. And there has got to be something that you see, a child, a grandchild, a wife, a husband. There's got to be something that you see that you love so much that you're willing to do whatever it takes to protect and save. And to all of you people that are ex-military, please remember, you took an oath. That oath was to protect and defend this nation against all enemies, both foreign and domestic. Both foreign and domestic. And guys, I'm telling you, if you go back and study that oath, it did not say you only have to agree to do this for 4 years, 2 years, or however long you're in the service. There was no fuse date. There was no end to this oath. You're still under it today. Now, today was a blow in that we can't, I had everything scheduled, and everything is so critical. Timing in this entire method that we're trying to save the country is so critical. And going on with Alex, and I understand something came up. I mean, trust me, I do. Sick-wise, I know. He couldn't do the show. But it throws us behind, and it throws us all. Now, by the way, somebody's calling my home number. Somebody, you can all call me at home, 440-897-0611. But please remember this. If you call and I don't answer, it's because I'm on the line. So please just text me. There's no reason to just keep calling back and back and back and back. But I once again want to thank Vince for giving us a format, a program where we're going to have time. And I ask you all to come listen. And I ask you all to invite people to come with you and listen to this program. And I also suggest, why don't you take notes? Why don't you make notes during the week? And if something comes to your mind that you want to ask, please call in. And Vincent or I, we will be able to answer that question, I think. Now, Vincent, I want to do one thing for you. Folks, I have never done this before in my life, and I've done a lot of things, most of it weird. I need someone to sponsor this program. I need an advertiser. So if you're out there and you want to grow your business, see, this is something we've got to start. We've got to start teaching that we can take care of ourselves. Do you hear me? We have to protect and defend ourselves. We have to take care of ourselves. So if you have a company out there and you have a product that you want to sell, I want you to call Vincent, and I want you to call Ted Anderson and his company, GSN, whatever the network's called. And if it would be important to you, if you would like it, if you will advertise on this program, I will endorse your product if your product is real. And if it is what you say it is, I will come on and speak for your product. So please, join with us. Join with us in every way we can. I need you. I need every one of you that hear me now. I can't tell you how serious this is. I can't.
Larry, I think what you're saying is we're talking about saving our way of life. We're talking about the American dream. We're talking about restoring it. We're talking about we want our children to have it better than we had it. However, it's getting worse. And it's going to take a lot of us to turn it around. So that's why we'd like you to share this message with friends and family and coworkers and so forth. You know, believe it or not, it takes a while to listen to this and say, wait a minute, you know what? I think it's the truth. Because you've been programmed all of your life by the system. And we're talking about turning that programming around, where you actually become smarter and you become more independent and you research for yourselves and you check things out for yourselves. Like, how many of you knew that Bill Clinton had plastic surgery because of his cocaine use? How many of you knew that? You might have thought, well, maybe he did. How many of you knew that there was drug use at the highest levels of this country at our house, 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue? Larry, isn't that true?
Yes, absolutely. 1,000,000%. And Vincent, you've been teaching on this program, I know, for a long, long time about social engineering. Brainwashing, I guess.
Mm-hmm. We have.
Vince, we've had it done to us.
We have.
We have people that don't know the truth. They can't see the truth. And those
Larry,
that follow Vincent, you know the truth, but you're still astounded at some of your friends and neighbors how they just can't see it, and it's right there in their way. I'm sorry, Vincent. What?
You're absolutely correct. You're absolutely correct. We wonder. We have a meetup every Monday night at a restaurant. The restaurant closes for the day and then it reopens just for us in the evening. And I'm wondering why there isn't a line 3 blocks long to get into that restaurant. Now, we pack it, but there should be standing room only. There's still room for everybody to sit. And these are the kinds of things that we talk about. And it's not just at the restaurant. It's everywhere. There's apathy, ignorance, everywhere. Mark in Philadelphia, you're on with Larry Nichols and me, Vin Finelli. Welcome.
Hello, Vincent. Hello, Mr. Nichols.
Hello, Mark.
I really appreciate you having Mr. Nichols on, and there's an analogy where I've never personally had a broken bone, but they say that when a bone breaks, that when it heals, that part of the bone is stronger. That when it heals, it becomes stronger than what it was originally. So in that light, I appreciate Mr. Nichols giving us the scoop about the inside perspective of how things work.
Do you have a question?
Yes, I sure do.
Okay. When we come back, Mark from Philadelphia will be asking his question. Larry Nichols is with us. I'm Vin Finelli. This is USAPrepares.com. How many of you want to learn how to dig up bugs, worms, and raise crickets for food? Do you prefer to eat them dried and crunchy or while still alive? Well, you won't have to if you can defend your food supply from predators. You may want to get an AR-15 kit from guns80.com and build your own AR-15 rifle from a kit. If you can legally own a rifle, you can purchase this AR-15 kit. If you're handy, you can complete the rifle in about an hour. The kit comes with all the parts you're going to need to build your rifle, but you'll need a drill press. And survivalists need one anyway. The Guns80.com team purchased the same used floor-standing drill press that I have for $100. You can too. And when you're finished, you'll have a paperwork-free AR-15 rifle, a drill press, drill bits, and the knowledge to maintain your AR-15 rifle, all for less than you expect. So if you want a paperwork-free AR-15 parts kit like mine, visit Guns80.com, Guns80.com, and let the unprepared have our share of the bugs.
It's very easy to be a criminal. All you need to burglarize a home is one simple household tool, a pair of scissors. If your home security system can be compromised by a criminal using scissors, then you're making it easy for them. Almost every home security system, even those sold by big-name companies, has a weakness: the phone line. You shell out $1,500, get locked into a long-term contract, and think you're safe. But a burglar can destroy your alarm in seconds with one snip. And when a burglar cuts your phone line, you're defenseless. Simply Safe Home Security is the smarter choice. Built by Harvard engineers, Simply Safe uses a wireless connection to call the cops. Scissors can't cut it. And that means your home stays safe. 24/7 professional monitoring is under $15 a month with no contract. Simply Safe Home Security keeps you safer than the other guys for half the cost. Protect your home with the alarm you can trust. Simply Safe. Go to simplysafedefense.com now for an exclusive 10% offer. That's simplysafedefense.com. If you're worried about your health and you're tired of the nasty side effects of harsh drugs or antibiotics, then look no further. Supernatural Silver is the answer. Supernatural Silver is a powerful immune system enhancer that can be used every day to help keep you healthy and well with none of those nasty side effects. It's extremely safe for use internally as well as topically. And Supernatural Silver is hundreds of times more effective than colloidal or ionic silver. It is perfect for use in the sinuses, eyes, ears, and on any wound or skin issue. Supernatural Silver is also extremely effective when taken orally and can help fight off bacteria, viruses, and mold that may be overwhelming your immune system. Go to supernaturalsilver.com, supernaturalsilver.com, and use the promo code SILVER2015 for 30% off of your entire order. And give yourself and your loved ones a fighting chance with Supernatural Silver.
In the U.S. alone, a home invasion occurs every 13 seconds. On top of that, the average response time for 911 is over 15 minutes. That just won't cut it. Don't allow yourself or the important people in your life to be victims. When seconds matter, don't be caught stumbling for your firearm. Get the protection you deserve. Get yourself a hidden holster from hiddenholster.com. It's the original hidden holster. The hidden holster is quick, easy, and convenient. It's versatile enough for the home, workplace, or virtually anywhere else you might need it. Have peace of mind with your firearm close by at all times. Go to hiddenholster.com. That's hiddenholster.com. If you own a firearm, you need a hidden holster. Your protection matters, and self-defense is the best defense. Go to hiddenholster.com. That's hiddenholster.com. The original hidden holster.
Identity theft is real. So real, it could be making you its next victim right now. At the gas pump, bank, or store where you shop with your credit card, bad guys with RFID scanners can peer into your wallet or purse from a short distance away, stealing information from your RFID-enabled credit or debit cards, passports, room keys, and ID cards without you even knowing it. Stop the bad guys now with an RFID blocking wallet from ID Stronghold. ID Stronghold founded the entire RFID blocking industry over 10 years ago. Their stylish sleeves, clutch purses, and wallets are shielded throughout. The best you can buy at great pricing, as low as $14.99. Don't wait until your wallet needs replacing. Protect your identity now. Click idstronghold.com or call 1-800-610-2770. That's 1-800-610-2770. ID Stronghold, the original RFID wallet company.
Class, Larry Nichols is with us every Tuesday, 2 hours every Tuesday, right here on usapreparedness.com. And if you'd like to spread the word, you can listen to the archives right here on GCN, the archives on Republic Broadcasting, the archives on Liberty News Radio, and YouTube, Ron Gibson's channel, YouTube. And there's a listen line, 605-562-4080. And we'll play 22 hours, starting in a few minutes, until tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock. You'll be able to listen to the same broadcast, 605-562-4080. And, Mark in Philadelphia, please continue.
Yes, Vincent and Larry, Mr. Nichols, it seems to me that we have all these challenges coming at us from all different directions, and they seem so formidable, but to me, they're a distraction. And the real gap is between the heart, between the soul and the head. They get us all distracted and stressed out in our head, and we don't know what's happening, and people get distracted by that, and then they don't figure out that this is for real. This is survival of, it might even be the survival of our species, but we know it's a survival of being free. But anyway,
ask your question quickly.
Okay. Just so you know that I'm paying attention. Last week it came upon me about this guy named Trump, who seems to be talking about stuff that's really getting a lot of people really on board. But something came to me based upon what Mr. Nichols shared with us previous week, and something came to me, and I said, what if we're being played, and what if Hillary's playing Trump to her favor? Is that what's happening, Mr. Nichols?
Well, first off, Mark, call me Larry, please. We're friends, so please call me Larry. And I worry about that very thing. I know what happened with Bill Clinton and Ross Perot. Folks, I had Larry Patterson, Roger Perry. Both were state police security guards for Bill Clinton when he was running for president the first time. And they have both said, and I have their statements, they have both said that every day during the race against George H. Bush, Bill Clinton and Ross Perot would talk every day. And supposedly Perot was running against Bill. Now the question I have for Donald Trump, and I've known him for 20 plus years, and I will ask him, I will get to him and I will ask Mark, come on, Trump, are you playing this thing? Because what I see, guys, and I want what Donald Trump is saying, I want him to be true. I want him to be real. He can do this. He can actually win this thing. But what I'm seeing is just mirroring so close, Mark, to exactly what went down with Ross Perot and Bill, that it makes me nervous. It makes me nervous.
That's my feeling, too. What about you, Vince?
Now, I will say this, Mark, between now and one of the upcoming programs that we do on Tuesday, I promise you, I will have a report right here on this program of having talked to Donald Trump and what he said. I will find out. I promise you that, Mark.
Thank you.
Mark, you asked me.
Thank you.
I think the same thing that you do. The parallel is uncanny.
Yeah.
And the other thing, one other thing is the connection with what he says about Israel, okay, and what he says about Iran. He's acting like a warmonger, and I don't know. I think he's a player, and I think we're being played. He could be playing us. They all could be playing us again, just like Perot. I voted for Perot because I believed him, and then the last minute he backs out. I didn't. Yeah.
Mark,
anyway, thank you.
Thank you. Let me say something to you, Mark, please. One thing you're going to learn from me, one thing that Vince and I have discussed, when we talk, we will speak with specificity. We're going to talk because we know. There's a lot of things we could say, guys, in the interest of conjecture, but we got to deal with what we can prove. I'm sorry. Thank you, Vince, for today. Thank you.
My pleasure, Larry Nichols. And class, next Tuesday, 2 hours, starting at 9 a.m. Central. Larry Nichols will be back again and again every Tuesday. And we're going to have more discussions just like this. If you'd like to ask questions, call in or send me an email. Larry Nichols, again, thank you so much. Class, above all, honesty and integrity. What happens next is up to you. By now you know that USAPrepares.com is your source for water filtration systems. Here at the farm, we use our water filtration system for drinking, cooking, and for our cats and dogs. Which brand are we using? Well, that would be the ProPure system, because it filters out pathogens, microbes, chlorine, and fluoride. Multiple sources indicate that fluoride is responsible for lowering our IQs by 5%. Now, how many of you would like to sign up for a lower IQ? USAPrepares.com offers ProPure water filtration systems and accessories at the same price as everyone else, except we offer an instant rebate. We buy them by the pallet loads and pass the savings on to you. And if you're outside of Missouri, there's no sales tax. And if this appeals to you, visit USAPrepares.com. That's USAPrepares.com. You can order online, and we have the ProPure water filtration systems in stock, ready to ship. USAPrepares.com. ProPure water filtration systems at the same price as everyone else, except we offer an instant rebate. I'm Vincent Finelli of USAPrepares.com. As most of you know, I broadcast weekday mornings on GCN from 9 to 11. And I'm also a full-time farmer. Add to that mix the weekly meetups and the Get Prepared Expo, and this combination makes for a demanding schedule. On the farm, we raise grass-fed Black Angus cattle and provide them with the best variety of summer and fall grasses available. Our cattle are exposed to the extremes of weather, the toxins in the air, and the electromagnetic radiation that's all around us. So even the best grasses and food that we provide are not enough. Our cattle require minerals and supplements for strong health and resistance to disease. And so do we. For these reasons, my mother, our children, Mrs. Finelli, and I all take Youngevity, Beyond Tangy Tangerine, De-Stress, Glucogel, and EFA+. USAPreparesTeam.com. And thank you for being in class.